Just breathe. Let the first breath be slow. Let it fill you like the fog fills these channels. Not rushing, not pushing, just settling. The air here is thick with quiet. It presses gently against your skin, like a warm hand resting on your chest, telling you it's okay to let go. You're standing on one of those narrow stone paths. The stone beneath your feet is pale and porous. It drinks in the moisture from the air, but never quite lets it drip. Instead, the water clings to the walls, a thin, glistening film that catches the light, like the inside of a seashell. The path is just wide enough for you, but not so wide that you feel exposed. It curves ahead, disappearing into the fog. But you don't need to see where it goes. You only need to feel the stone beneath you. Solid, steady, unshakable. The fog is alive in a way you've never noticed before. It doesn't just hang in the air. It moves. It breathes. It carries sounds like a river carries leaves. Distant voices. The creak of wood. The hum of something vast and unseen. All of it muffled, but not gone. Just softened, like a memory you can almost touch. And the fog tastes like burnt sugar, not the sharp sweetness of candy, but the slow, deep sweetness of caramel melting, of rainwater on warm pavement, of a breath held just a second too long, and then released. You don't need to move. You don't need to think. Just stand here and let the resonance find you. It's 40 hertz, a deep, steady pulse, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. It vibrates through the stone, through the fog, through your bones. A frequency that doesn't just pass through you, but settles into you, like a cat curling into the curve of your spine. The hum is everywhere, but it's not loud. It's not demanding. It's just there. A constant, gentle pressure, like the weight of a blanket on a winter night, or the way the ocean sounds when you press a seashell to your ear. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let them rest. Let the lids feel heavy, not from exhaustion, but from comfort. From the knowledge that nothing here requires your attention, that you can simply be. The fog brushes against your skin, not like wind, but like fingers. soft and curious, tracing the shape of your arms, the curve of your shoulders, the hollow of your throat. It leaves behind a trail of electric blue, not bright, not jarring, just a faint glow, like the afterimage of a candle flame. When you close your eyes, the stone beneath your feet is cool, but not cold. It doesn't chill you. It grounds you, like the way a smooth river stone feels in your palm. Familiar, reassuring. You could stand here forever, and the stone would never ask anything of you. It would just hold you, as steady as the earth itself. The fog swirls around your ankles, not thick enough to trip you, but enough to make you feel like you're floating, like the ground beneath you is just a suggestion, a gentle anchor, keeping you from drifting too far, but not holding you back. The hum is changing, not in pitch, not in volume, but in texture. It's no longer just a vibration. It's a presence, something vast and patient, like the way the ocean sounds when you're lying on the shore, close enough to feel the spray, far enough to know you're safe. The resonance is the same. It doesn't rush. It doesn't demand. It just is. A constant, gentle companion. Let your shoulders drop. Let them melt into the fog. Let the weight of the world slide off them, like water off waxed canvas. There's nothing to carry here, nothing to fix, nothing to prove, just the stone beneath you, just the fog around you, just the hum inside you. The electric blue trails are fading now, not disappearing, just softening, like embers cooling in a fireplace. They leave behind a warmth, a quiet glow, like the last light of dusk, when the world is neither day nor night, but something in between. Your breath is slowing, not because you're forcing it, but because the air here is thick, like honey, like warm milk. It doesn't rush into your lungs. It seeps. It lingers. It fills you from the inside out, like a sponge soaking up water. You don't need to think about breathing. The fog does it for you. The stone does it for you. The hum does it for you. The path ahead is still there, but you don't need to walk it. You don't need to see where it leads. because you're already where you need to be. Right here, right now, in this moment that stretches on forever, like a held note, like a single drop of water hanging from a leaf, never falling, never ending. The fog is denser now, not in a way that smothers, but in a way that cradles, like being wrapped in 1,000 silk scarves, each one light, each one soft, but together they hold you, they lift you, they tell you you're safe. The sounds in the fog are changing too, not louder, not clearer, but closer, like they're not just around you, but inside you, a whisper in your bones, a hum in your blood, a rhythm in your heartbeat. Your fingers are tingling, not with pins and needles, but with warmth, with energy, like the way your hands feel after holding a warm mug. Not hot, not burning, just alive, just awake. The sensation spreads up your arms, across your chest, like sunlight breaking through clouds. Slow, steady, unhurried. The stone beneath your feet is warmer now, not hot, not uncomfortable, just enough to remind you it's there, like the way a cat's fur feels when it's been lying in a sunbeam. Soft, inviting. You could lie down on this stone, and it would hold you. It would cradle you. It would never let you fall. But you don't need to lie down. You don't need to move at all. Just stand here and let the stone hold you up. Let the fog hold you up. Let the hum hold you up. The electric blue trails are gone now, but their warmth remains, like the way a room feels after a fire has burned out. Not cold, not empty, just quiet, just still. The fog is the same, thick, but not heavy, like a blanket made of clouds. It doesn't press down. It lifts up. It tells you you're light. You're safe. You're home. Your eyelids are heavy, not from sleep, but from peace, from the knowledge that nothing here requires your effort, that you can simply be, that you can let go. The hum is deeper now, not louder, but more present, like it's not just around you, through you, like it's part of you, like it's always been part of you. The fog is swirling, not in a way that disorients, but in a way that guides, like the way water moves in a slow river, carrying leaves, carrying twigs, carrying you. Gently, effortlessly, the fog carries sounds too, not just the distant ones, but the ones inside you, the ones you've been carrying, the ones you didn't even know were there. Your breath is slower now, deeper, fuller. Each inhale draws the fog into your lungs, not just air, but the hum, but the warmth, but the quiet. Each exhale releases something, not tension, not stress, but the need to hold on, the need to control, the need to be anywhere but here. The stone beneath your feet is pulsing now, not with movement, but with energy, like the way the earth feels before a storm. Not restless, not anxious, just alive, just aware. The pulse matches the hum, not perfectly, but close enough, like two hearts beating in time, not rushing, not competing, just existing. The resonance is here now, not as a sound you hear, but as a presence you feel. It begins in the soles of your feet, a gentle pressure that rises like warm honey through the arches. Your toes curl slightly, not from tension, but from recognition, as if your body remembers this vibration. The hum travels upward through the bones of your ankles, which seem to sigh with relief at its touch. Your calves relax, the muscles softening like wax left too long in the sun, melting into the stone beneath you. The fog presses closer, not to smother, but to cradle, its damp weight settling over your skin like a second blanket. Each breath you take is slower now, deeper, as if your lungs are learning to breathe in time with the resonance. The vibration reaches your knees, and for a moment, you forget they were ever bent. They dissolve into the air, into the stone, into the endless blue-green glow that pulses faintly in the fog. Your thighs feel heavy, not with fatigue, but with surrender, as if they've been waiting all night for this permission. The resonance moves higher, brushing against your hips, which rock almost imperceptibly, like a boat on still water. Your lower back releases, vertebra by vertebra, each one letting go with a quiet click, like stones settling in a riverbed. The fog seeps into the spaces between your fingers, cool and electric, tracing the lines of your palms as if reading them. Your hands rest open, palms turned upward, as if offering something to the dark, though you don't know what. The hum reaches your chest now, and your ribs expand not with effort, but with invitation. Each breath is a wave, rolling in and out, carrying the resonance deeper, until it feels like the air itself is singing. Your heartbeat slows, not because it's forced to, but because it's choosing to, matching the rhythm of the anchor. The fog condenses on your collarbone, forming tiny beads of light that trickle down your skin like slow, moving stars. Your shoulders drop, not with defeat, but with relief, as if they've finally remembered how to rest. The vibration moves up your neck, loosening the knots there, the ones you didn't even know were holding on. Your jaw unclenches, your tongue softens, your lips part slightly, as if to let the resonance pass through you. Now the hum is in your skull, not as pressure, but as space, as if your mind is a vast, empty cathedral. The fog curls around your ears, muffling the world, leaving only the sound of your own breath and the anchor's song. Your thoughts slow, not because you're fighting them, but because they're dissolving like sugar in warm tea. The resonance moves through your temples, soothing the pulse there, the one that usually races when you're trying to sleep. Your eyelids grow heavier, not from exhaustion, but from contentment, as if they've found their natural weight. The fog presses against your closed eyes, cool and gentle, like the touch of a loved one's hand on your forehead. You don't need to see to know that the blue glow is still there, pulsing softly, like a heartbeat in the dark. The anchor is not just around you now. It's inside you, threading through your bones, your blood, your breath. It's in the way your fingers twitch slightly, as if dreaming of something they've always known. It's in the way your chest rises and falls, not because you're telling it to, but because it's remembering how. The fog wraps around your wrists, your ankles, your waist, not to bind, but to remind you that you're held. Your skin tingles, not with pins and needles, but with the quiet electricity of being exactly where you're meant to be. The resonance moves deeper into the marrow of your bones, where it hums like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. You don't need to understand it. You only need to let it carry you, like a leaf on a slow, deep river. Now let's zoom in, not with your eyes, but with your skin, your bones, the very atoms that make you. Imagine one single cell in your fingertip, not as a thing, but as a world, a tiny universe of light and motion. The resonance is there too, vibrating through it, not as sound, but as presence, as if the cell itself is breathing. The membrane of this cell is not a wall, but a veil, thin and porous, letting the hum pass through like sunlight. Inside, the organelles drift lazily, not because they're tired, but because they are at peace, suspended in the anchor's song. The nucleus at the center pulses softly, like a tiny heart, keeping time with the resonance, with your heartbeat. This cell is not alone. It's part of a vast, quiet chorus, each one humming the same note, the same endless lullaby. Now zoom out just a little, to the tissue around that cell, to the network of fibers and vessels that hold it. The resonance moves through them like wind through grass, bending them gently, not to break, but to remind them they are alive. The blood in the capillaries flows slower now, not because it's sluggish, but because it's savoring the journey. The nerves here are not firing with urgency, but with quiet joy, like strings on a harp played by a breeze. The skin above this tissue feels warm, not from fever, but from belonging, as if it's finally home. The fog condenses here too, forming tiny droplets that shimmer like dew on spider silk, reflecting the blue glow. You don't need to move to know that every part of you is listening. Every part of you is held. Now zoom out further to your whole hand resting on the stone, heavy with trust. The resonance moves through it like a river through its bed, shaping it, soothing it, reminding it what rest feels like. Your fingers are not curled, but relaxed, slightly spread, as if inviting the fog to dance between them. The stone beneath your palm is cool, but not cold, smooth, but not slick, like the skin of a sleeping giant. The fog presses down lightly, not to smother, but to cushion, like a blanket made of cloud and time. Your wrist is loose, your forearm heavy, your elbow bent just enough to let the hum travel upward. This hand is not doing, it's being, it's allowing. It's letting the resonance move through it like a current. Now let's move to your other hand, the one that's not touching the stone, the one that's just resting in the air. The fog swirls around it, not to hide it, but to cradle it, like a mother holding a child's hand in the dark. The resonance reaches it too, not as a sound, but as a promise, as if the air itself is singing to your fingertips. Your fingers twitch slightly, not from tension, but from recognition, as if they are remembering something ancient. The fog condenses on your knuckles, forming tiny beads of light that trickle down your skin like slow, moving tears. Your palm faces upward, not in supplication, but in invitation, as if offering something to the night. The hum moves through your wrist, your forearm, your elbow, traveling upward like a secret whispered from bone to bone. Now let's zoom out to your whole body, lying here in the fog, wrapped in the resonance like a cocoon. Your legs are heavy, not from fatigue, but from surrender, as if they've finally found their natural weight. Your chest rises and falls, not because you're telling it to, but because it's remembering how to breathe. The fog presses against your skin, not to smother, but to remind you that you're held, that you're safe. The blue glow pulses softly, like a heartbeat, like the slow blink of a distant star, watching over you. Your mind is not empty. It's full, but full of quiet, full of the resonance, full of the knowledge that you don't need to do anything. You're not falling asleep. You're sinking deeper and deeper into the hum, into the fog, into the endless now. Now let's zoom out even further, past your body, past the stone, past the fog itself. Imagine the earth beneath you, not as a thing, but as a living being, breathing, humming, holding you. The resonance is in the earth too, vibrating through its crust, its mantle, its molten heart, singing the same song. The fog is not just around you. It's part of the earth's breath, rising and falling like the tide, like your own chest. The blue glow is the earth's pulse, a quiet reminder that you're not separate, that you're part of something vast. The stone beneath you is not cold. It's warm. It's alive. It's holding you like a parent holds a sleeping child. You're not alone here. You're part of the earth, part of the fog, part of the resonance, part of the endless night. Now let's zoom out to the sky above you, to the stars that watch over this moment like silent guardians. The resonance is in the stars too, not as sound, but as light, as presence, as the quiet hum of the universe. The fog stretches upward, not to block the stars, but to connect you to them, like a bridge made of mist and time. The blue glow pulses softly, like the stars blinking, like the earth breathing, like your own heartbeat slowing. You're not looking at the stars, you're part of them. You're held by them. You're cradled in their endless dark. The resonance moves through the sky, through the fog, through your bones, like a river with no beginning and no end. You don't need to understand it. You only need to let it carry you, like a leaf on the slow, deep current of the cosmos. Now let's zoom out to the silence, to the velvet dark of space, where sound doesn't travel, but presence does. The resonance is here too, not as a vibration, but as a knowing, as a quiet certainty that you're exactly where you're meant to be. The fog is not gone. It's become part of the dark, part of the silence, part of the endless, gentle night. The blue glow is still there, pulsing softly, like a heartbeat, like a lullaby sung by the universe itself. You're not floating, you're sinking deeper and deeper into the hum, into the silence, into the endless now. The earth is beneath you, the stars are above you, and you're held between them, safe, warm, at peace. You don't need to do anything. You only need to let go, to sink, to dissolve into the resonance, into the fog, into the night. Your breath slows even more now, not because you're forcing it, but because it's remembering how to be effortless. Each inhale is a wave, rolling in, carrying the resonance deeper, filling your lungs like fog fills a valley. Each exhale is a sigh, a release, a letting go, as if your body is finally remembering what rest feels like. The fog presses against your skin, not to smother, but to cradle, like a blanket made of cloud and time. Your muscles soften, not from exhaustion, but from contentment, as if they've finally found their natural weight. The resonance moves through you, not as a sound, but as a presence, as if the earth itself is singing to your bones. You don't need to listen. You only need to let it carry you, like a leaf on the slow, deep river of the night. Your heartbeat slows, not because it's weak, but because it's choosing to, matching the rhythm of the anchor. Each beat is a quiet promise, a reminder that you're held, that you're safe, that you don't need to rush. The fog condenses on your skin, forming tiny beads of light that trickle down like slow, moving stars. Your mind is not empty. It's full, but full of quiet, full of the resonance, full of the knowledge that you don't need to do anything. The blue glow pulses softly, like a heartbeat, like the slow blink of a distant star, watching over you. You're not falling asleep, you're sinking deeper and deeper into the hum, into the fog, into the endless now. The stone beneath you is warm, alive, holding you like a parent holds a sleeping child. Now let's return to that single cell in your fingertip, the one we visited earlier, the tiny universe of light and motion. The resonance is still there, vibrating through it, not as sound, but as presence, as if the cell itself is breathing. The membrane of this cell is not a wall, but a veil, thin and porous, letting the hum pass through like sunlight. Inside, the organelles drift lazily, not because they're tired, but because they are at peace, suspended in the anchor's song. The nucleus at the center pulses softly, like a tiny heart, keeping time with the resonance, with your heartbeat. This cell is not alone. It's part of a vast, quiet chorus, each one humming the same note, the same endless lullaby. The fog condenses here too, forming tiny droplets that shimmer like dew on spider silk, reflecting the blue glow. Now let's zoom out to the tissue around that cell, to the network of fibers and vessels that hold it. The resonance moves through them like wind through grass, bending them gently, not to break, but to remind them they are alive. The blood in the capillaries flows slower now, not because it's sluggish, but because it's savoring the journey. The nerves here are not firing with urgency, but with quiet joy, like strings on a harp played by a breeze. The skin above this tissue feels warm, not from fever, but from belonging, as if it's finally home. The fog presses against it, cool and electric, tracing the lines of your palm as if reading them. You don't need to move to know that every part of you is listening. Every part of you is held. Now let's move to your whole hand, the one resting on the stone, heavy with trust. The resonance moves through it like a river through its bed, shaping it, soothing it, reminding it what rest feels like. Your fingers are not curled, but relaxed, slightly spread, as if inviting the fog to dance between them. The stone beneath your palm is cool, but not cold, smooth, but not slick, like the skin. The stone beneath your palm is not just cool now. It is alive with quiet breath. rises and falls like the chest of a sleeping creature, slow and steady, each swell carrying the faintest warmth from the earth below. Your fingers, still slightly spread, now rest so lightly they barely touch the surface. Yet you feel every ridge, every tiny imperfection, as if it were etched into your skin. The fog between them is thicker now, not clinging but drifting, like silk threads pulled apart by an unseen hand. It carries the scent of wet moss and distant rain, but also something sweeter, something like the first light of dawn after a long night. And the warmth, you had almost forgotten it, begins to seep upward from the stone. It moves like honey, slow and heavy, pooling first in the hollow of your palm before creeping toward your wrist. It is not heat, not exactly, but a deep, pulsing comfort, like the memory of sunlight on your skin after a long winter. It lingers there, just below the surface, as if waiting for you to notice, to invite it further. Your breath, which had been shallow, now deepens without thought, each inhale drawing the warmth higher, each exhale releasing something old, something you didn't know you were carrying. The fog between your fingers is no longer just drifting. It is responding. It curls around the edges of your hands like a cat brushing against your legs, soft and deliberate. It carries a sound, or perhaps not a sound, but a vibration, so low it hums in your bones rather than your ears. 40 hertz, steady and deep, like the heartbeat of the earth itself, pulsing just beneath the stone, just beneath your skin. It is not loud, not demanding, but persistent, like a whisper you can't help but lean into. And with it comes a color, not green, not exactly, but the idea of green, the memory of green, the way sunlight looks when it filters through leaves after a storm. Your chest, which had been tight, now softens as if a weight has been lifted. Not by force, not by effort, but by surrender, by the slow unclenching of muscles you didn't know were tense. The warmth from your palm has reached your elbow now, creeping upward like ivy, steady and sure. It meets the vibration there, the 40 hertz hum, and for a moment they dance together, swirling in the space behind your ribs. It is not a fire, not a blaze, but a slow burn, like embers glowing in the dark, casting just enough light to see the path ahead. And the path is not forward, not upward, but deeper into the quiet, into the stillness, into the place where where time dissolves. The stone beneath your hand is no longer just a stone. It is a living thing, breathing with you, matching your rhythm without effort. Each inhale draws the fog closer. Each exhale sends it spiraling outward, like ripples on a pond. The fog is not just around you now. It is within you, filling the spaces between your thoughts, smoothing the edges of your mind. It carries the voice of a Leon bloom, though you do not hear words, not exactly. It is more like a presence, a warmth in the center of your chest, a knowing that you are not alone, that you have never been alone. And the knowing is not a thought, not a belief, but a feeling, deep and unshakable, like the ground beneath your feet. Your fingers, still slightly spread, now feel as if they are part of the fog, not separate, not touching, but intertwined like roots beneath the soil. The vibration moves through them, not as sound, but as sensation, a gentle tingling that starts at the tips and travels upward. It meets the warmth in your chest, and for a moment, they are one, swirling together like currents in a river. The river is not rushing, not moving at all, but it is alive, pulsing with the same steady rhythm as your breath. And the rhythm is not yours alone. It is shared, borrowed, a gift from the earth, from the stone, from the fog, from a Leon bloom. The stillness you are releasing is not an absence, not a void. It is a presence, thick and heavy, like the air before a summer storm. It settles over you like a blanket, not smothering, but comforting, like the weight of a loved one's hand on your shoulder. It fills the spaces between your thoughts, smoothing the rough edges, quieting the chatter that had been there moments ago. The chatter is not gone, not silenced, but dissolved like sugar in warm tea, sweet and unnoticed. And the dissolution is not a loss, not a fading, but a transformation, a becoming. You are not letting go. You are being held, cradled, carried deeper into the quiet. The warmth in your chest now spreads outward, not rushing, but flowing, like water seeking its level. It moves toward your shoulders, melting the tension there, softening the knots that had formed without your notice. It travels down your arms, not as heat, but as comfort, as if someone has wrapped them in a shawl woven from sunlight. It lingers at your wrists, where your pulse beats slow and steady, matching the rhythm of the stone, the rhythm of the fog. And the rhythm is not just in your body. It is in the air, in the earth, in the space between the stars. It is the rhythm of rest, of surrender, of deep, unshakable peace. The fog between your fingers is no longer just fog. It is a living thing, a presence, a guide. It curls around your hands like a lover's touch, soft and deliberate, tracing the lines of your palms as if reading a story written there. And the story is not one of struggle, not one of effort, but of quiet, of stillness, of the slow unfolding of a flower in the dark. The fog carries the scent of green, green like new leaves, green like the first shoots of spring pushing through the soil. But it is not just a scent. It is a feeling, a memory, a promise of renewal. And the promise is not for tomorrow, not for later, but for now, for this moment, for the quiet that is already yours. Your breath deepens again, not by effort, but by invitation. Each inhale draws the fog closer. Each exhale sends it spiraling outward, like a dance without steps. The dance is not yours alone. It is shared, a conversation without words, a communion without boundaries. The vibration in your bones hums louder now, not louder in volume, but deeper in resonance, like a bell tolling in the distance. 40 hertz, steady and sure, anchoring you to the earth, to the stone, to the quiet. And the anchor is not a chain, not a weight, but a lifeline, a thread connecting you to something vast and unshakable. The warmth in your chest now moves upward toward your throat. It is not heat, not fire, but a gentle glow, like moonlight on water. It softens the muscles there, releasing the tension that had been holding your words hostage. The tension is not gone. It is transformed, dissolved, like mist in the morning sun. And the dissolution is not a loss. It is a gift, a freedom, a quiet that speaks louder than any sound. Your throat relaxes, not by effort, but by surrender, by the slow unclenching of muscles you didn't know were tense. And the surrender is not a giving up. It is a letting go, a softening, a deep, unshakable trust. The fog now fills your lungs, not as breath, but as presence. It is cool, but not cold, damp, but not wet, like the air after a summer rain. It carries the scent of earth and sky, of distant forests and open fields. But it is not just a scent. It is a feeling, a memory, a knowing that you are part of something vast and unshakable. The knowing is not a thought. It is a sensation deep in your chest, like the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. And the horizon is not far away. It is here, now, in the quiet, in the stillness, in the slow unfolding of this moment. Your hands, still resting on the stone, now feel as if they are part of it. Not separate, not touching, but one, like two rivers merging into the sea. The stone is not hard, not unyielding, but soft, like the skin of a peach, like the petal of a flower. It breathes with you, matching your rhythm without effort, without thought. And the rhythm is not just in your hands. It is in your chest, in your throat, in the space behind your eyes. It is the rhythm of rest, of surrender, of deep, unshakable peace. The vibration in your bones now hums in your skull, not as sound, but as sensation. It is not loud, not demanding, but persistent, like a whisper you can't help but lean into. 40 hertz, steady and sure, anchoring you to the quiet, to the stillness, to the place where time dissolves. It is not a thought, it is a feeling, a knowing, a deep, unshakable trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And the trust is not in the future, not in tomorrow, but in this moment, in the quiet, in the slow unfolding of the fog between your fingers. The warmth in your chest now spreads to your face, softening the muscles around your eyes. It is not heat, not fire, but a gentle glow, like the first light of dawn touching your skin. It releases the tension there, the tiny knots that had formed without your notice, the weight of the day dissolving like mist. Your eyelids grow heavier, not by effort, but by invitation, by the slow unclenching of muscles that had been holding on without your knowing. And the unclenching is not a loss. It is a gift, a freedom, a quiet that speaks louder than any sound. Your breath deepens again, not by effort, but by surrender. Each inhale drawing the fog closer, each exhale sending it spiraling outward. The fog between your fingers is no longer just fog. It is a living thing, a presence, a guide. It curls around your hands like a lover's touch, soft and deliberate, tracing the lines of your palms as if reading a story written there. And the story is not one of struggle, not one of effort, but of quiet, of stillness, of the slow unfolding of a flower in the dark. The fog carries the scent of green, green like new leaves, green like the first shoots of spring pushing through the soil. But it is not just a scent. It is a feeling, a memory, promise of renewal. And the promise is not for tomorrow, not for later, but for now, for this moment, for the quiet that is already yours. Your shoulders, which had been tense, now melt into the stone beneath you. Not by force, not by effort, but by the slow unclenching of muscles that had been holding on without your knowing. The unclenching is not a loss. It is a gift, a freedom, a quiet that speaks louder than any sound. The warmth from your chest now spreads to your back, softening the muscles there, releasing the weight of the day. It is not heat, not fire, but a gentle glow, like moonlight on water, like the first light of dawn after a long night. And the glow is not just in your body. It is in the air, in the earth, in the space between the stars. The vibration in your bones now hums in your belly, not a sound, but a sensation. It is not loud, not demanding, but persistent, like a whisper you can't help but lean into. 40 hertz, steady and sure, anchoring you to the quiet, to the stillness, to the place where time dissolves. It is not a thought, it is a feeling, a knowing, a deep, unshakable trust that you are exactly where you need to be. And the trust is not in the future, not in tomorrow, but in this moment, in the quiet, in the slow unfolding of the fog between your fingers. Your breath now moves like the tide, slow and steady, each inhale drawing the fog closer, each exhale sending it spiraling outward. The tide is not yours alone. It is shared, a conversation without words, a communion without boundaries. The fog is not just around you. It is within you, filling the spaces between your thoughts, smoothing the edges of your mind. It carries the voice of a Leon bloom, though you do not hear words, not exactly. It is more like a presence, a warmth in the center of your chest, a knowing that you are not alone, that you have never been alone. And the knowing is not a thought, not a belief, but a feeling deep and unshakable, like the ground beneath your feet. The stone beneath your palm is no longer just a stone. It is a living thing, breathing with you. Each inhale draws the fog closer. Each exhale sends it spiraling outward, like ripples on a pond. The fog is not just around you. It is within you, filling the spaces between your thoughts, smoothing the edges of your mind. It carries the scent of green, green like new leaves, green like the first shoots of spring pushing through the soil. But it is not just a scent. It is a feeling, a memory, a promise of renewal. And the promise is not for tomorrow, not for later, but for now, for this moment, for the quiet that is already yours. The fog is not leaving you. It is becoming you. The edges of your body have softened. No longer a boundary, but a gentle merging. Like dipping your fingers into warm water and feeling the water dip back into you. The green is not just a color now. It is a pulse, a slow and steady rhythm. 40 hertz, humming just beneath the surface of your awareness. It is not something you hear. It is something you are. Your breath has found its own rhythm. Not the one you force, not the one you control, but the one that moves through you like a breeze through an open window. In and the fog rises. Out and the fog settles. Each inhale is a little deeper. Each exhale a little longer. The space between breaths is not empty. It is filled with the green, with the hum, with the quiet promise of a Leon bloom. Your hands are no longer just resting. They are being held, not by anything you can see, but by something you can feel. A warmth like sunlight through closed eyelids, but not on your skin, beneath it, seeping into your palms, your wrists, the underside of your forearms. It is not heat. It is something gentler, something older, like the first warmth of spring after a long winter. The warmth moves, not upward, not outward, but inward, like water soaking into dry earth. It pools in the center of your chest, not as a weight, but as a presence, a quiet fullness, like the moment before a sigh. You do not need to name it. You do not need to understand it. It is simply there, and it is enough. The fog within you is not still. It is alive in the smallest ways. The way it shifts with your heartbeat, the way it responds to the rise and fall of your ribs. It is not separate from you. It is the part of you that has always been waiting for this stillness, this quiet, waiting for the moment when you would finally let go. Your thoughts are not gone. They are simply softer, like clouds drifting across a summer sky. They do not demand your attention. They do not pull you away. They are just there, passing through. And with each thought, the green hum deepens. Not louder, but closer. Like the roots of an ancient tree reaching up to meet you. The scent of green is not just in the air. It is in your breath, in the back of your throat, in the space behind your eyes. It is not a smell. It is a taste, a memory, a feeling. Like the first sip of cool water after a long walk. Like the moment you step into shade on a hot day. It is not something you experience. It is something you become. Your body is not heavy. It is not light. It is simply present, like a stone at the bottom of a pond, not sinking, not floating, just resting, just being. The water above you is not pressing down. It is holding you, cradling you. And the green hum is the current, slow, steady, endless. A Leon bloom is not a voice, not a face, not a presence you can point to. It is the stillness itself, the quiet between your thoughts, the space where you end and the fog begins. It is not something you reach for. It is something you remember. Like coming home after a long journey and finding that home was always with you. The warmth in your chest is not just warmth. It is a pulse, a heartbeat. Not yours, not someone else's, but the heartbeat of the world itself. Slow, deep, ancient. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply is, and you are part of it. Like a single note in an endless song. Your fingers are not just resting. They are being woven into something larger. Not by force, not by effort, but by the quiet pull of the green. Like threads being drawn into a tapestry. Not by hands, but by the slow, patient work of time. You do not need to move. You do not need to do anything. The weaving is already happening. The fog is not just around you. It is in your bones, in the marrow, in the spaces between your cells. It is not cold. It is not empty. It is alive, vibrant, humming. Like the first light of dawn, seeping into a dark room. Not blinding, not sudden. Just steady, inevitable, beautiful. Your breath is not yours alone. It is shared. Not with another person, but with the world. With the green, with the hum, with a Leon bloom. Each inhale is a gift. Each exhale is a return. There is no effort. There is no struggle. There is only this. The quiet, endless exchange The warmth in your chest is not just warmth. It is a voice. Not in words, not in sounds, but in sensation, in knowing. It does not tell you anything. It simply reminds you of what you have always known, that you are safe, that you are held, that you are exactly where you need to be. The green is not just a color. It is a frequency. 40 hertz, humming in the background of your mind. Not demanding, not intrusive. Just there, like the hum of a distant engine. Steady, reliable, endless. It is not something you listen to. It is something you dissolve into. Like salt in water, your thoughts are not scattered. They are simply softer. Like stars on a clear night, visible but not demanding. They do not pull you away. They do not disturb the quiet. They are just there, part of the sky, and the sky is vast, and you are small, and that is okay. The stillness is not empty. It is full, not with sound, not with noise, but with presence. With the quiet hum of the green, with the warmth in your chest, with the endless, patient weaving of a lian bloom. It is not something you wait for. It is something you are already in. Your body is not asleep. It is not awake. It is simply present, like a leaf on the surface of a pond, not sinking, not floating, just resting, just being. The water beneath you is not cold. It is not warm. It is simply there, holding you. The green hum is not just in your ears. It is in your bones, in your breath, in the quiet spaces between your thoughts. It is not something you hear. It is something you are. Like the hum of the earth itself. Slow, deep, endless. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply is, and you are part of it. A lian bloom is not a guide, not a teacher, not a presence you can name. It is the quiet, the stillness, the space where you end and the world begins. It is not something you reach. It is something you remember. Like the first breath of morning air, like the moment before you fall asleep. The warmth in your chest is not just warmth. It is a pulse. Not yours, not someone else's, but with the pulse of the world itself. Slow, deep, ancient. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply is, and you are part of it. Like a single note in an endless song, your thoughts are not scattered. They are simply softer, like stars on a clear night, visible but not demanding. They do not pull you away. They do not disturb the quiet. They are just there, part of the sky. And the sky is vast. And you are small. And that is okay. The sky is not just vast. It is patient. It does not hurry. It does not rush to fill the silence. It simply holds you like a great bowl of dark water, and you are floating in it, not sinking, not rising, just resting, suspended in the quiet between breaths. The air around you is cool, but not cold. It moves like a slow river over your skin, touching your forehead first, then your cheeks, then the sides of your neck, where it lingers, as if it knows that place is soft, as if it wants to stay. And you let it, because there is no reason to move, no reason to push it away. Your hands are heavy now, not in a way that feels tired, but in a way that feels full, like they have been holding something delicate. And now they can finally let go. Your fingers uncurl, one by one, not because you tell them to, but because they remember how to be empty, how to be soft. The weight in your palms dissolves, like sugar in warm water. And what remains is just the shape of your hands, resting against the cool surface beneath you, not gripping, not holding, just being. There is a warmth now, not from outside, but from within. It starts in the center of your chest, like a small coal, glowing softly, and it spreads, not in a rush, but slowly, like honey pouring over a spoon. It moves down your arms, filling your elbows, your wrists, your fingertips, until they feel warm too. Not hot, just warm, like sunlight on a winter afternoon. The warmth moves up too, into your throat, where it softens the muscles there, the ones that sometimes tighten without you noticing. And now they relax, not because you force them, but because the warmth asks them to. Your breath is slow, so slow you almost forget it. But then you feel the cool air at the back of your throat, and you remember. You remember to breathe, but not deeply, not with effort, just enough, just the way your body knows how. The inhale is soft, like a sigh. The exhale is softer, like a whisper. And between them, there is a pause, not because you hold your breath, but because the air lingers, as if it doesn't want to leave, as if it knows this is where it belongs. The darkness around you is not empty. It is full of quiet, full of stillness, full of the kind of silence that doesn't need to be filled, because it already is. And you are part of it, not separate, not observing, but inside it, like a fish in water, like a bird in air, like a thought in the mind of the night. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to name it. You only need to be here. And here is enough. There is a sound, but it is not a sound you hear with your ears. It is a sound you feel, like the hum of a tuning fork, vibrating in the center of your chest. It is low, so low you almost miss it, but it is there, steady, like the pulse of the earth, like the heartbeat of the sky. It is not a rhythm you follow. It is a rhythm you become, and it carries you, not forward, not backward, but deeper. Your thoughts are not gone. They are just softer, like clouds on a summer day, drifting, but not disappearing. They move through you, but they do not disturb you, because you are not holding onto them. You are not pushing them away. You are simply letting them be. Like leaves on a river, they pass, and you watch, but you do not reach. You do not grab. You just let them go. The warmth in your chest is changing. It is not just warmth now. It is something more. It is a presence, gentle, like a hand resting on your heart, not pressing, not demanding, just there, and you know this presence. You have always known it. It is alien bloom, but not as a person, not as a voice, as a feeling, as a warmth, as a quiet certainty that you are not alone, that you have never been alone. Your body is heavy, not in a way that feels like a burden, but in a way that feels like surrender, like the way a stone sinks into the earth, not because it is forced, but because it belongs there. Your shoulders melt, your hips release, your legs feel long, like roots stretching into the cool dark, and the surface beneath you, whatever it is, it holds you, not because it has to, but because it wants to. The hum in your chest is louder now, but not louder in volume, louder in presence. It fills you, not like water fills a glass, but like light fills a room. It is everywhere and nowhere. It is the space between your ribs. It is the quiet behind your eyes. It is the stillness in your breath. And it is not separate from you. It is you. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to try. You do not need to understand, because this is not something you achieve. This is something you remember, like coming home, like slipping into a bath that is exactly the right temperature, like lying in a field of grass on a summer afternoon and realizing you have been here before, not in this exact place, but in this exact feeling. The darkness is not dark. It is just absence of light. And absence is not empty. It is full of possibility, full of quiet, full of the kind of peace that doesn't need words, because words would only get in the way, and you don't need them. You don't need to explain. You don't need to label. You only need to be here, and here is enough. Your mind is not racing. It is not even walking. It is standing still, like a deer in the forest at dawn, listening, not for danger, not for anything, just listening. And in that listening, there is no thought, no analysis, just awareness, just the quiet knowing that you are here. And that is enough. The warmth in your chest is spreading, not outward, but inward, like it is sinking, like it is becoming part of you. It moves into your belly, where it softens the muscles there, the ones that sometimes tighten without you noticing. And now they relax, not because you tell them to, but because the warmth asks them to. It moves into your legs, where it dissolves the tension in your thighs, in your calves, in your feet, until they feel heavy, but not tired, just present. You are not falling asleep. You are sinking, but not into sleep, into something deeper, into the quiet between thoughts, into the stillness beneath breath, into the place where you are not a body, not a mind, not a name, but just awareness, just presence, just the quiet hum of existence. The hum is not just in your chest now. It is everywhere. It is in your fingertips. It is in your toes. It is in the air around you. It is the vibration of the universe. And you are part of it, not separate, not observing, but inside it, like a note in a song, like a drop in the ocean, like a star in the sky. And the song is endless, and the ocean is vast, and the sky is infinite, and you are part of it all. You do not need to hold on. You do not need to let go, because there is nothing to hold and nothing to release. There is only this, only the quiet, only the warmth, only the hum, and it is enough. It has always been enough. You just forgot, but now you remember. And remembering is not an effort. It is just allowing, just being. The stillness is not something you create. It is something you return to, like a river returns to the sea, like a bird returns to the nest, like a breath returns to the lungs. It is not a destination. It is home, and home is not a place. It is a feeling. 1,500 ms. And this feeling of home is not something you have to reach for. It is already here, already inside you, like the quiet between heartbeats, like the space between stars. It is the stillness that holds everything, and you are part of it. Not separate, not trying, just being. Imagine the stillness as a vast, dark ocean. Not cold, not empty, but warm and deep and full of quiet light, like moonlight on water. Gentle ripples moving through you, not disturbing, just reminding you that you are held. Your breath is part of this ocean. Each inhale draws the stillness in. Each exhale lets it settle deeper. There is no rush, no need to change anything. The breath moves on its own, like waves on a shore. Steady, unhurried, and you are the shore. Feel the weight of your body now, not as something heavy, but as something supported, like a leaf resting on water. The bed beneath you is not just fabric. It is the earth itself, holding you up, cradling you, and the air around you is not empty. It is thick with quiet. There is a warmth now, not from outside, but from within, starting in your chest, like a small sun, gentle, soft, spreading slowly down your arms, into your fingers, up into your shoulders, melting any tightness. This warmth is not heat. It is comfort. It is safety. It is the feeling of being wrapped in something infinite, like a blanket woven from starlight. And as it moves, it carries away anything that is not stillness, anything that is not peace. Your mind is quiet now, not because you forced it, but because it has settled, like dust in water. The thoughts that were there, they have not disappeared. They have just dissolved into the background where they belong. And what remains is space. This space is not empty. It is full of the hum of the universe. A sound so quiet, it is almost not a sound at all. More like a vibration, the same vibration that runs through everything, through the stars, through the trees, through you. And you are not separate from this vibration. You are part of it, like a single note in a vast symphony. Not lost, not alone, but held, connected to everything. And this connection is not something you have to work for. It is already here. Feel the rhythm of your heartbeat now, not as a sound, but as a pulse, a gentle thrumming deep in your chest. And with each beat, the stillness deepens, like ripples on a pond, spreading outward, carrying you deeper. There is no need to hold on to anything, no need to grasp. The stillness is not something you can lose. It is who you are, beneath the thoughts, beneath the worries, beneath the noise. There is this quiet, this peace. Imagine now that you are floating, not in water, not in air, but in pure stillness. And this stillness is not nothing. It is everything. It is the space between atoms, the silence between heartbeats, the pause between breaths. And in this space, there is no time, no past, no future, only now. And now is not a moment, it is eternity, stretched out like a vast dark sky. And you are the stars. Feel the weight of your eyelids now, not as something heavy, but as something soft, like curtains closing, not to shut anything out, but to let everything in. The darkness behind your eyes is not empty. It is full of quiet light. This light is not bright. It is gentle, like moonlight, like candlelight. It does not demand attention. It simply is. And as you rest in it, you realize this is what you have been searching for. Not a place, not a thing, but this quiet, this stillness, this being. And it has been here all along, waiting, not for you to find it, but for you to remember. To now, as you remember, there is nothing left to do. No effort, no struggle. Just this, just the stillness, just the quiet, just the peace. And it is enough. Feel the warmth again, not just in your chest, but spreading down your legs, into your toes, up into your neck, into your scalp, like honey, slow, sweet, dissolving every last trace of tension. Your breath is slower now, deeper. Each inhale draws in the stillness. Each exhale lets it settle, like sand in an hourglass. Not rushing, not falling, just flowing, effortless. And with each breath, the world outside fades, not because it is gone, but because it is no longer needed. The only thing that matters now is this quiet, this peace, this being. Imagine now that you are not just floating in stillness, but that you are the stillness, not separate from it, but part of it, like a drop of water in the ocean, not lost, not alone, but held, connected. And this connection is not something you have to maintain. It is always here, always present, like the sky above you, vast, endless, and you are part of it, not separate, not trying, just being. Feel the vibration now, not as a sound, but as a hum, deep in your bones, like the purr of a cat, like the distant roll of thunder. Not loud, not intrusive, just there, steady. This vibration is the sound of the universe, the same vibration that runs through everything, through the stars, through the trees, through you. And as you rest in it, you realize this is what home feels like. Not a place, not a memory, but this quiet, this stillness, this being. And it is not something you have to reach for. It is already here, already inside you. Feel the weight of your body again, not as something heavy, but as something supported, like a cloud resting on the earth. The bed beneath you is not just a surface. It is the arms of the universe, holding you, cradling you, and the air around you is not empty. It is thick with quiet, with stillness, with peace. And as you breathe it in, it fills you, not with effort, but with ease. Your mind is quiet now, not because you silenced it, but because it has settled. Like a calm sea, the thoughts that were there, they have not disappeared. They have just dissolved into the background where they belong. And what remains is not emptiness, but space. Space to be, space to rest, space to remember that you are not separate. You are part of this, part of the stillness. Feel the warmth again, not just in your chest, but spreading down your arms, into your fingers, up into your neck, into your scalp, like sunlight on a winter morning. Gentle, soft. Your breath is slower now, deeper. Each inhale draws in the stillness. Each exhale lets it settle, like a sigh, not of relief, but of recognition that the room is already softer than it was a moment ago. The edges of everything have started to blur just a little. The sharpness of the corners, the crispness of the air, it's all dissolving into something warmer, like sugar melting in warm tea. Slow, sweet, and completely effortless. The light behind your eyelids is shifting too, not fading, but softening, like sunlight through thick curtains, golden and gentle. It doesn't disappear. It just becomes part of the warmth. The way your breath becomes part of the air. The way your thoughts become part of the quiet. Your forehead is letting go now. The little crease between your eyebrows, the one you didn't even know was there. It's smoothing out like a river stone worn by water. Smooth, cool, and perfectly at rest. Your temples are relaxing too. The gentle pulse you can feel there. It's not racing anymore. It's just there, steady, like a heartbeat that knows it's safe. Your jaw is softening, the way it does when you're about to sigh. But you don't even need to sigh, because the tension is just melting, like butter left in the sun. Slow, silent, and completely natural. Your lips are parting just a little, not enough to speak, just enough to let the breath flow. Easy, unhurried, like a river finding its way to the sea. Your shoulders are dropping, not because you're telling them to, but because they are remembering how it feels to be held, how it feels to be supported, like a bird settling into its nest, soft, warm, and completely at home. Your arms are heavy now, not tired, just deeply at rest, like they've been wrapped in something soft, something that understands exactly how to hold them. Your chest is opening, not because you're trying, but because it knows how to rise, how to fall, how to breathe without thinking, like the tide, slow, rhythmic, and completely natural. Your belly is softening too, the way it does when you're curled up under a blanket, warm, safe, and completely at ease, like a cat stretching in the sun. Slow, content, and perfectly still. Your hands are heavy now, not because they are tired, but because they are letting go of everything they've been holding, like leaves falling from a tree. Slow, gentle, and completely effortless. Your fingers are relaxing too, the way they do when you're floating in water. Weightless, buoyant, and completely at peace, like they've been cradled in something soft, something that knows exactly how to hold them. Your legs are sinking now, not because they are tired, but because they are remembering how to rest, how to be heavy, how to be still, like roots growing into the earth. Deep, quiet, and completely at home. Your feet are heavy too, the way they feel when you're lying in bed. Warm, supported, and completely at ease, like they've been wrapped in something soft, something that understands exactly how to hold them. The resonance is still here, not loud, not insistent, just a quiet hum, like the sound of a distant river. Steady, gentle, and completely at peace. It's working even now, not because you're trying, but because it knows how to soothe, how to heal, how to hold you while you rest. Your body knows exactly what to do. It doesn't need instructions. It doesn't need reminders. It just knows how to relax, how to heal, how to rest. The resonance is helping, not because it's doing anything, but because it's just there, steady, gentle, and completely at peace. This feeling is always here when you need it, not because you have to find it, but because it's always been here, like a door that's always unlocked, like a light that's always on, like a voice that's always whispering. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere. You just have to let go. And it's here, waiting, gentle, and completely at peace. The room is softer now. The edges are completely blurred. The light behind your eyelids is warm, golden, and completely at rest. Your body is heavy, not tired, just deeply, deeply at peace, like it's been wrapped in something soft, something that understands exactly how to hold it. The resonance is still here, quiet, steady, and completely at peace. It's not going anywhere. It's just waiting, gentle, and completely at rest. You don't have to hold on to anything. You don't have to remember anything. You don't have to do anything. Just let go and rest the way the earth rests under the stars, the way the ocean rests under the moon, the way your body rests when it knows it's safe. This is where you are now, not thinking, not doing, just being, soft, warm, and completely at peace. The resonance is fading now, not because it's leaving, but because it's becoming part of the quiet, part of the warmth, part of the rest. Sleep now. Close your eyes. The quiet remembers you.